The story we tell today contains a narrative which has been endlessly discussed throughout history, a narrative which has been told in countless different ways. It's the story of a man who had and lost, a man who wishes nothing but to get back what was once his, a man whose vision was blurred from the start, but has now become clear in some facets while becoming increasingly fuzzy in others. In the present day, the man sits alone, spending most of his time consumed by useless information, falling into the lulls of uncertainty and overwhelmed by the feeling of wasted potential, because there's only so much that can be done with so little creative space. Upon first arrival, the man didn't think too poorly of the situation. It seemed he was given all that was absolutely necessary, and he was never one to ask for much more than that. This feeling didn't last long. The excitement of daily life quickly diminished into a longing for past experiences. The reality of the situation became overbearing, and the lack of freedom became exponentially more challenging to cope with. It wasn't long before the man lost his grasp on what was right and what was wrong, on what could save him and what was too far gone. The evils who were behind this suffering will not be discussed, nor will the incident which prompted this torturous routine. Discussing matters like these would do nothing but blur our vision. What is important for us to see in this story is what now goes on inside the man's head. The idea that while he rarely took the time to acknowledge what he had when he had it, it's all that his mind can focus on now that it's gone. Ultimately, the combination of frustration, regret, and uncertainty becomes too much for the man to take. We see a clear turning point in his sanity when he collapses to the floor in a fit of mixed emotions. He throws punches at the floor, if nothing else, to prove to himself that all hope is lost. Finally, he lays down and stares at the empty ceiling, both completely numb and more full of emotion than any one man could ever imagine.